this magic. One up and up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie? Oil, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
To throw, Mariota. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. The 20, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Mariota on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
53 is the mark. 53 exit. Hey, time.
Mariota. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Stay 50. General West. Kill.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On second down, it's Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
250. Okay, just like that. Just like that. 59.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Coming in, real right, 22.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
A give. This is Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Luke Kuechly able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Stafford on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Zebra. Switch. White.
On first down, Hunt. Yards there at a first down.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
Let's go. Hey, Zoo.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Hey, team 6. Drill right, 22, 20.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mariota now. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 5-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter when he does.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now here's Ross. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota, credit that sack to Jabaal Sheard.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Steps away to his, and he's going to go down again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Stafford. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and
10. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As well. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
They'll run with Hunt. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the 47-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Middle. Charlie, 64, weak. Let's go. Smooth.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Monday. Mike, go. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the curl. Check.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And able to find Dorsett. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Middle. 50. 22 jet bomber. Hey, orbit. Zero.
From the 50, Stafford. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play at any spot on the field.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They run for it with Hunt. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
At the 19-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Hines on the toss play. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Play action now. Mariota. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 5 now. Mariota. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
First down, Mariota. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They come out here in the I. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Try to power it in with Arma. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Bengals 14. Brett Maher set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 20. 53. Ready. Here we go, D. Zero. Here I come again. Hey, Alpha. 6'6". Pull it high. Check. Hey, watch it.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, 50. Bravo. Mike, 54. Watch. Hey, 22. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 43. 61. Matchbox lights. 22. Mike by four.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. One. Charlie.
A first down throw for Mariota. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The throw right sideline here is complete, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Mariota now to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike, check. 51. Here we go, D.
Again, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Third and long here for Mariota. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Goodwin. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Mike's 59. 59.
Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. They run. It's Kamara. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand.
180, 32. Topper. Tight dog. Showing it. And middle.
Throwing here, Stafford. Left side, it's Dorsett. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Take 4. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Swing.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Protein spill. 40 got. Slam. White. X3. 218. Chopper. 32. Buds. Check right. Watching you come.
Back to throw, Stafford. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Bengals take over first and 10. Let's go. 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now Mariota. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Mariota on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Cook has it, left side. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. And this one's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
To the air again, Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Takk McKinley, his second sack of the night. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh,